Hey, we back. It's your girl Abby with Abby. I forgot my name. Jesus Christ, it's Abby with Abby Reviews. This might be. I can't talk. This might not be nothing. It's supposed to be my review and recap for Ready to Love season whatever episode. I can't remember. They've gotten rid of fabric softener and his over sexualized self. So we moving on to the next episode where Blake is gonna get his revenge for being called controlling. I feel like it's a bunch of foolishness about to happen. I'm waiting for the previously on to get done so that we can jump into the episode and see what the hell is going on. And then y'all can meet me over to the Kamisha reviews for the live panel discussion about this particular episode. Oh, they singing the song Jesus. Cause I'm ready to love. Hallelujah. Okay, let me stop. Okay, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. We already down to four dudes already. So it's just Mark Anthony, Blake, Troy. No, where's the Mario? Cause Mark Anthony is there. Where's the Mario and Dre? They're missing. I knew it wasn't enough niggas. Okay. So Blue invited Troy, Blake. I guess he invited all the men, but the other two couldn't come. And then Tommy shows up and they fishing. And they talking about who they interested in, who they not. Lord Jesus. Alright. We gon' okay. Let's keep it moving. Okay, so apparently Tommy invites everybody. He's gonna have a yacht party, and at the end of the yacht party, one of the broads gotta go home. So we're gonna see how this is going. And now Mark Anthony is finna meet with Jennifer. I like her wig. Okay, we're gonna move on. So Marcia is having a date with Blue, and she tells him, "Listen, I'm not an outdoor kind of chick. That's not who I am." I felt that in the bottom of my shanana, cause neither am I, cause that's where the dirt be at. And he was like, he's like, well, what kind of activities? He's like, what you mean? And she was like, I don't like hiking, fishing. None He's like, wait, fishing. Now listen, I don't want to go fishing either. However, while you fish, I can sit in a little chair with a book and read quietly, cause you're supposed to be quiet during that time anyway. That part I can do. But if you think I'm finna come out there with a worm in a rod and actively fish. You know, hi, my name is No, I'm not doing that. But I will keep company. I'll sit down. I will sit down with you and get my good iPad, make sure it's at 100%. My next Kindle book is uploaded and ready, and I will read quietly while we have quiet conversation while you fish. We can do that. I can do that. But he talked about going to the cabin in the woods. I've seen too many movies where that don't never turn out well. You're going to have to convince me that that is the appropriate thing that we should be doing. But I digress. We're going to move on. Lord, Andre done got the vid. Probably from that rat tail hanging out in front of his head. But he done got the vid, so he will no longer be in the process. Does that mean they got to get rid of two women this week? Does that mean nobody goes home this week? I don't know, because I saw an argument in the commercial, so we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. Something is hinky with Blake and Susanna. I don't know what it is. I ain't put my finger on it yet. He done bought her some jewelry to show that he's invested in what they got going on. But some ain't. The milk ain't clean right there. Something about that don't sit right in my spirit. It don't sit right. It don't sit right. I don't know what the hell going on. And now Jeffrey has to fill her time up with Troy and Mark Anthony now that Andre is gone out the picture. So, child, we gonna see. I feel like this one start getting messy. Something's going on with Tommy, whatever that nigga name is, and baby girl who chocolate baby. Oh, she's beautiful. I can't remember her name either. But there's something. No, I don't. I don't like. I gotta hurry up because I got like 35 minutes to finish this episode. I got. I can't play with y'all. Hold on. I'll be back. They gotta stop with this question and answer. This is how people end up getting cussed out of their feelings. Talk about rub the feet of the person you got the strongest connection with. And Mark Anthony, like, well, I'm giving 2 foot rubs. So he goes over to Jeffrey, and I'm sure he's going to go over baby girl. Her name Princess? The one with the braids who's the flight attendant. I'm sure she's the second one. Okay. All right. Well, Tommy and his feelings. Tommy, whatever that nigga name is. He and his feelings. Because baby girl, I can't think of her name. I still don't know her damn name. Jesus. I'm such an old lady. I still ain't figured out what that child's name is. Beautiful chocolate doll. That's what we call her for now. Who been talking to Tommy, Tony, whatever that nigga name is. And let's talk about some. The question was, who is the 3 sexiest people? Who do you think are the 3 sexiest people? First, she called out Lyndon, and then she called out Marcy, and she said the last person is my damn self. Like, cause I don't know. Have you seen me? Have you met me? And so now Tommy is like, oh, so I guess I'm not in your. So you don't think I'm sexy? The baby is in his feelings. This is, oh, jeez. So many red flags. Hallelujah. Now DeMario is in. Oh, Jesus. Now DeMario is in his feelings because I want to know who wrote these questions because you messy as fuck. I appreciate it, but you messy. So the question was, ask your strongest connection to give you a kiss. Jeffrey had the card, so we sitting there looking at Jeffrey. So Jeffrey said, my strongest connection is with Mark Anthony. And so I guess Mark Anthony finna trot his little big head ass over there and give her a kiss. Meanwhile, DeMario is chewing rocks with that jaw, because he tight. This show is such bullshit. Okay, I'll be back. Now it's a lack of self-control because she kissed him and actually kissed that man. But if she had chose you, you wouldn't have had not near problem with what just happened. Sir, go to hell. Just say you mad and jealous and in your feelings, honey. Just say that. We'll respect it. Just say that. Yeah, niggas. I don't know what's happening in this confessional with Mario, but he's talking about Corvea, and he is such in a monotone way speaking about her and the connection that they have. It's giving very, you not number one. He really wanted Jeffrey, but now that he's seen Jeffrey kissing on, what's the child's name? Mark Anthony. Now he upset in his feelings about it, so he's gonna settle for Corvea. That's how it's coming across in the confessionals. But who is me? What do I know? Not Jeffrey. Okay, so here's what happened. So Blake says, I want to holler at Jeffrey because at the last I was up for elimination, and it was told to me that Jeffrey said that I had chosen her and she was the one, and Blase Bloom, and I just want to get it straight with her. Cool. So he comes and she's sitting next to Mark Anthony. She's sitting next to Mark Anthony. And Blue is sitting across. I don't know who Blue been talking to, but okay, fine. A man not getting eliminated this week, so it don't even matter. So Blake comes up to the table. He's like, can I borrow Jeffrey for a second? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I just want to have a conversation. Can we go upstairs? And she was like, are we going upstairs? And he was like, yeah. And so she sits down and he starts having this passive aggressive conversation about some things were said, and I just want you to know that I was hurt. And she was like, well, what was said? And I can tell you if I actually said it or not, if you actually need to be hurt or whatever. She's like, how can I resolve the issue if you won't tell me what the issue is? And he was like, well, let's just agree to leave it alone. Well, what the fuck did you come and get for me? Why did you come and get me and talk to me? If you ain't gonna say what it is and who said what to you, why the hell are we even having this conversation, beloved? Why are we having this conversation? Why did you come get me? Makes no sense. It makes absolutely not a lick of sense. Because he did say it. That's why. And he don't want to say that he said it because he know that she's going to confirm, well, yeah, that is what you said. Don't you remember when you said X, Y, and Z? And I hope they got videotape, child. Please. Okay, we're gonna see how this ends. Because this comes across as disingenuous, and why we even do this? Why even say anything? Is my question. If you not going, like, why even say anything? This is a season of a lot of crying. Little Latin boy in drag, why are you crying? Noxie, ask the little Latin boy in drag why he's crying. Like, what is happening here? Everybody is real sensitive and quite in touch with their feelings to where the tears are like right on the surface. I've been there before. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying this is a lot. This is a whole lot. But okay, all right. Ooh. And here comes the messy drama. So Jeffrey comes outside, and Mario and Suzanne are sitting down having a conversation. She's like, "Oh, it feels so nice out here," and she was like, "Maybe y'all can help me because I'm confused." So Blake said, pulled me aside and told me he was hurt by feedback from the lounge, but he won't tell me what it is. And my issue is that he said to me that I was his one, and he's upset that he has to even go through this process because he already found me and blah blah blah. I don't have an issue being his one if that's what he thinks this is. That's not my issue. My issue is him saying that he's going to be disingenuous with the other women because he thinks I'm his one and he just wants to make sure he can continue on this process. So he's forming false connections and telling people falsities that are not coming from a genuine place to continue in this process. Susanna immediately puts her back up and she was like, "Oh, well, are you sure you didn't misinterpret what he said?" And da 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 da. And now they seem to be going at it. And Demario is like, "Well, I'm going to continue to drink this red stripe because this has nothing to do with me. Sop up all that information, sir. Take it back with you to the men's lounge. That's what you need to do, sir. That is what you need to do. And then hold your brother accountable. Call him to the carpet for this because this is some foolishness." The Mario. Okay, so the bottom is Jeffrey, Marcia, Corvea. Uh, Demario is adamant about using the lifeline because he doesn't want his connection, Corvea, to go home. Tommy, Tony, whatever that nigga's name is, he would like to use it on Marcia because he says that's his connection. Nobody's advocating to use it to save Jeffrey. And in fact, Jeffrey's strongest connection is fighting for them not to use the save. So there's that. All right, so I'm back. It is a different day. I have different clothes on. It's Sunday. I had lashes on, but they didn't make it past praise and worship. I actually ended up off the stage and screaming and hollering. It's a whole thing. Don't even worry about it. However, I want to finish this review so we can get it out. So I think where I left off is that they had three women in the bottom: Jeffrey, Corvea, Marcy. And so there was a fight to the death about, are they going to use the save? If so, who are they going to save? Blase bloom doody blue. It was left off in a cliffhanger. So we don't even have anybody kicked off for today. Here's what I wanted to discuss. Because I did the panel and I listened to Loretta's review. And I want to discuss this Jeffrey Blake situation. I don't remember if I said it earlier, but I just want to reiterate how I feel about this situation. And y'all tell me if I'm tripping or if I'm seeing narcissistic tendencies where there aren't really, I'm doing too much. So Blake and Susu had a conversation earlier in the day on the boat, and he gave her a bracelet. Like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Blase bloom blue blue. And just want to know that I'm here for you and we're here for each other, and that's just what it is. To me, that gave very love bombing. Let me win you to my side of the situation, even though someone is saying that I am saying something completely opposite to what I'm telling you, just so you know that I want you to believe me and not that person. Let me buy you this piece of jewelry and give you a nickname so I can Trojan horse you into maybe being my shield and caping for me when somebody says something crazy in regards to me. That's what that gave me. And then the conversation between Blake and Jeffrey, I am very much Jeffrey in this situation. Don't come to me. Talk about, oh, my feelings is hurt about things that were said. Well, what was said? How am I supposed to fix it if I don't know what it is? You can't, I'm very much a don't come to me with, oh, they said X, Y, and Z. Because my first question to you is, who is that? Put a name on it. You can't come to me with no vague information and be like, oh, they said X, Y, and Z. They said this, they said that. Because my first question to you is, what is their names? What is their names? Because I'm going to come back around. Because if someone is saying something about me, that I'm saying things that I did not say, or giving out information, that I didn't necessarily give out, and putting me in the mix and say, oh, well, Ebony said, ba, 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 ba. Who said that I said that? Because the next step, because I want it to be clear what is happening and what's truly being said, is you, the person who brought the information to me, and the person who gave that information to you. The three of us are going to have a conversation at this point, because you're saying that your feelings are hurt by what was said by me. So so we all know and we're all on the same page, and so there won't be any game playing. All of us are going to sit down and have a conversation. So Susanna, Blake, Jeffrey, the three of us. Now, Blake, what did I say? Or what were you told that I said that hurt your feelings? Because it came off as avoidance to me. He tried to do an end run around what he said, because he didn't want to cop to it. Because I feel like if Blake had said to Jeffrey, you told Susanna that you was the only one, and I said I didn't want to go through this process, and blase bloom and bluey blue, I think Jeffrey would have been like, because that's what you said to me, correct? When we had that conversation on XY day via text message or actually in person, you said to me X, Y, and Z. Yes? Isn't that not what you said? Did I misunderstand your words? Because you said literally to me, bop, 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 bop. Is that not what you said? And then Jeffrey would have to be held accountable for exactly what it is he said. And I think he knew what he said. And I think he said exactly what Jeffrey said he said. That's why he refused to tell her what he was told that he said. Because he know that if he actually confronted Jeffrey for real, with that information, he would be held accountable for exactly what it is that he said. Now, everybody else who trying to shoot this man some bail and all of that other stuff, that's real cute, but that's not how it's coming across to me. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know what you thought. This has been my this is because that thing bothers me. I don't know if it's the Scorpio in me, but I have an issue with that type of thing. Don't come to me with no vague stuff. Be very specific, because I'm very specific and I'm very transparent. And if you come to me and say, well, Ebony, you said X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to be like, okay, yes, I did. Would you like me to repeat it? I did say X, Y, and Z. And you didn't, and maybe you haven't given me enough chance to come and say it to your face. But anything that I say behind your back, I can say it to your face. You know why? She can't beat me. I can guarantee you that. And 9 times out of 10, if I've said something, I've said it to you. Because that's the kind of person I am. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. But something in the milk ain't clean. And I think it's Blake. I feel like everybody wants to blame Jeffrey. It's like, oh, she didn't give him a chance to do. If he didn't say what she said he said, it wasn't trying to play a game. It comes off very narcissistic, play games and gaslighting. That's what it comes off to me. But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Point out. Let me know if I'm wrong, because that's how it comes across to me. I see a lot of capes for Blake, and I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? All right, this has been my review of Rick. I said that 3 times. Let me get out of here, because it's a whole different day. I was just saying, my bed is calling me. Come take a nap. Like, comment, and subscribe. Get down in the comments. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. And I'll see you later for something. Peace out.